$100 that he can sniff.
One Benjamin. I'd be shocked if this was in Kettle One.
Dude, everyone watching knows about this.
Oh, I'm not talking about. I'm just saying.
They're selling the Boston Dynamics dog. Oh, actually.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
All right, let's go in. Welcome back to the Picky Boys podcast.
Boys.
We got a new face, a familiar face. We got Pooch.
Hey, what's up?
But most importantly, I wanted to start off today with a bet Danny made the other day. He bet me $100 that he can sniff.
One Benjamin.
That he can sniff the difference between Georgie and other alcohols. He bet that his
Other vodkas.
other vodkas, right? He bet that his little canine sniffer could pick out the Georgie.
And Georgie, for any non-New York listeners, similar to any plastic-handled $13 vodka.
It's like the college dorm exclusive.
Nikolai, Vlad,
Shout out to
Burnett's. There's a few that are pretty similar.
Can we get some side bets going? Because I got some predictions here.
I got
Yes.
mine. I got my
And so
Benjamin.
what we'll do is I'll sniff them all first.
But you did-
and see if I can get the Georgia from there, because that was the original bet.
was that you can sniff it.
And
You are
then-
so cool that you can sniff the difference.
Well, I think the sniff is going to be easier than the taste.
No chance. No chance.
Okay, well, and then I'll taste them and see if I can psych myself out, and I'll probably change it. I bet I'll have it right on the sniff and then taste it and change it.
That
Watch
might
this bet.
that might be true. But I guess technically you still got the sniff right, so you still win.
I hope you prove me wrong, Danny, but I think, first of all, zero chance you get anything sniffing right. They're going to all smell like alcohol.
They smell like rubbing alcohol. All of them.
One of those is probably just like his floor cleaner, and you're not even going to notice.
No,
the
I wouldn't let
difference.
him drink that. But
And this is a fair
Strictly
bet, right?
each,
They're
strictly
the 5 that you've given me.
Yes.
No
I could-
tomfoolery.
I was gonna do like them all Georgie, but then Nick came in and immediately went cool guy. But I guess that's too easy. We have, what do we got? Tito's, Kettle One, Absolute,
Grey Goose.
Grey Goose,
Georgie.
and the Killer.
I think he doesn't even get. I think when he drinks them, I think maybe he gets the Georgie, and that's it.
I think
that.
I think accidentally, like he'll probably get 2 of them right.
Are you gonna down the drain, or are you just gonna do a
No,
little taste
I'll
test?
do a little sipper.
Nah, you can down the drain.
No, that's not how it's gonna. That's
That's true.
not gonna-
That's true. After the
not
first
impossible.
one, your throat's just burnt. You don't want to take
Yeah,
another
no,
one.
no,
You got to
no.
take 5 more.
You gotta do a sipper,
All right, you wanna put your money where your mouth is?
of course.
Throw it in the middle.
eat
Throw
it.
it in the middle.
I have the results right here.
He's got the answer sheets.
Just off sniffing. Do you have a pen? Was there a pen in there?
There's pencil. You got it.
You got a pencil? All right.
Yeah, somewhere over here.
You're not a fucking bloodhound, Danny.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna.
You guys talk amongst yourselves.
All right. We'll let Danny.
All right, picks up the first one.
I know.
Takes
I
a
gotta
good
watch.
whiff.
I gotta watch. He's shaking. Why are you shaking?
Because I get nervous when everybody's looking at me.
All right, I'm gonna watch. Let us watch a little bit. Then when you're deciding, we'll chat a little bit. But we want to watch
God
the
damn it!
process.
I am shaking. I have Parkinson's right now.
Just bring your nose to the table. Don't even pick it up. You're gonna spill it.
Oh, he's getting.
Uh-oh.
Barely any vodka smell. I feel like this is either a good one or maybe this is the Georgia. Because this one, like, smell this.
Uh-oh. Now
It's
it's
gonna
gonna
bring
get a second opinion.
Dude, I hate vodka.
Now he's
No,
gonna
you can't give him. Yeah, this is tampering.
I'm just saying. It's
tampering.
discernibly not that much of a vodka.
I think I know which one that is.
Maybe it's just
Is
water.
that the water? Yeah.
Maybe it's just water.
Yeah.
Maybe they're all just water.
Uh-oh.
This one is potent.
I want to try this now. I want to write down my own answers.
All right,
here.
fine. Why don't all 3 of you do it? Well, I don't know, Nick. You're not really big.
Oh, fuck it. I'll try it.
All right, why don't we all try it?
Watch me like smell them barely. Get
Danny's
them all
getting.
right.
Danny's like his nose might as well be taking a swim. He's getting in there. He's getting in there.
Then you gotta waft it. You gotta have that science practice.
Once he's done with this, we don't want to tell him the answers because we wanted to taste them after.
Yeah, and then you guys should. I don't know if you want to suck his.
So there's no way. I'll tell you this much, and this wasn't part of the bet. There's no way I can tell by the smell distinguish the other ones.
Right.
But I think this is the Georgie. So don't tell me if it is or not.
Sure.
But I think that one is.
Sure.
That smells identical to that one. That's the same thing.
No way. This is hard. I mean, it is harder than I thought it was gonna be.
Absolutely.
You ridiculous man.
Dude, he is literally like
I know.
this.
I always got like that.
I don't know. Maybe you're shaking up the juices too much, and you're sniffing just like the shakes.
Maybe your body's smelling it and you're getting ready. Oh, we're going to have a night tonight.
Okay.
That's definitely true.
Jesus.
I think this is the Georgie.
Delivers just in the background, like, no, please don't do it.
Oh yeah, dude. Vodka. I hate vodka.
Although then there's also, now I'm also just thinking about Antonio's mind games. Which one is the unmarked
go?
glass?
Oof.
Where's this going?
That's a question.
Once per episode, JT unplugs. I couldn't keep them all the same because then I
If
wouldn't.
this is Georgie, that's crazy.
I couldn't keep them all the same shot. I had to give you different shot glasses just so I knew.
This simply smells like nothing.
Can I get the
You want to smell these two? They smell like nothing.
Where's the Post-it?
Post it right
They're
there.
in here, right?
Here.
Wait, let me check my cheat
Can I get a
sheet.
pencil?
Let me check my cheat sheet.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to check because I want to be
Do you want another
surprised too.
one?
I forgot also.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
can
can get
pencil?
pencils. Yeah.
You think the earbuds affect it? Like covering your ears?
Oh.
Maybe. Let's see.
You should try to sniff them without
You
your
just gave him something to blame it on when he loses.
No.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
doing
he's going
right
to
now.
redo it. He's going to
Pass me
redo it.
another one just real quick.
You want them back? Next, kind of hogging these.
Okay. I got answers here.
All right, give us your answers.
All right.
Is that Jamaican?
Jamaica. Danny's nose is going for a vodka swim, dude.
I might be able to get the Georgie, only because I've just drank a fish tank's worth.
That's so much. Do you know how much I looked it up? Like, because I was trying to do the stats for like the special thing we're doing.
How many gallons
get
of
to
the fish
that.
tank?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
so-
like 50 or
there's so many.
75.
It's like unbelievable. How, even like a normal size fish tank, how
Yeah.
many gallons are in a fish tank?
Yeah, definitely.
Confident.
What do you got?
So what'd you write down? What's on all the shot glasses and what's in them?
This is interesting. This is pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting.
That means he's right. It means he's right.
No, it doesn't.
That's what it means.
It could also mean I'm completely wrong.
It could also mean that your two opinions are very different.
Right now, the answers I have are Georgie, Absolute, Grey Goose, Kettle One, Tito's.
I don't.
I knew it. I knew it was. I literally knew it.
That finger was just waving
I was
around.
waving around too much.
Danny's got meaty paws.
I just wanted everyone to know until you had me in his pocket to do that.
Next.
All right, so now we sip, right?
Yeah.
now
And
we
do you want
sit.
5 new Post-its?
No,
Or
just
are you just gonna
just write
change them?
just write like this is what I thought when
Wait, I'll just write on the bottom.
yeah.
Okay.
Beneath.
Yeah. You're killing me. You're killing future Antonio right now.
Yeah, present one. Also.
Oh, I'm definitely wrong. This isn't Georgie. There's no way.
Would you like to change your answer?
Well, that's the point. After it's gonna.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So I already failed the smell test for sure. I know that. I know that's not Georgie.
Maybe. Maybe it's Absolute, and you're gonna taste Grey Goose. And how are you still shaking so much? Relax. Uh oh.
Oh. He's changing that answer from Absolute. Let's see. Which one is this? This is the one he thought was Grey Goose.
This is Georgie.
And he sniffed it and said it was Grey Goose.
Because
That's
Grey
true.
Goose and Absolute, same shit.
Same shit.
I don't know what that. I don't know what that is. Yet.
Undoubtedly, that is Georgie.
Undoubtedly, that is Georgie.
So yeah, definitely.
Would you like to
changing
double
that.
or nothing that you
Uh-oh.
confirm that is Georgie?
$200?
Yeah.
To confirm
Double.
that's Georgie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Well, let me get these two first.
Sure.
Okay. So I only changed 3.
Okay.
I still think Absolute, and I'd be shocked if this was in Kettle One,
Okay.
because this one is. But also, this one is the best.
So you like Kettle
So
One
if
the
this
best?
was not Georgie, then if this was Georgie, I'd be appalled.
We'd be spending too much money for
I'd be
years if that's
appalled.
Georgie. Like I said, I don't know what you have written down there, but
All right.
whatever one you think is Georgie now, would you like to double down and confirm that that is probably Georgie?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So is double or nothing mean it evens out the bet if he's right? Or do you owe him 20 if he's right?
200.
200.
Well, if he was right on the sniff and then wrong on that, I guess that then
It would even out.
Evens out. Double
Yeah.
or nothing. Okay.
So I will read.
Oh, double or nothing. I thought you meant double down. There's a difference.
Well, you
there.
already got this, according to your own admission, you already got the sniffer one wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So you're asking if I, and then so you
To negate it.
before you
No,
know
to-
the
to
answer,
negate
you
it, my
said
bad.
you want to double down.
I mean to negate it. My bad.
Oh,
to negate it.
Sure, we'll do it like that.
Okay. So the answer. Well, get the fuck out of here, man. You got the answers too. What the hell? Freaking.
Oh, so Nick was right.
Freaking peeker? No, I just mean he has his own. All right, so the Venice one is Absolute.
Got it.
Bang.
You got that one?
This one?
From the sniff, I got
From
that.
the sniff, you got that.
I also did.
The Aruba one is Grey Goose.
Aruba.
That's Jamaica.
Here it is.
What'd you say that one was?
Grey Goose after tasting it.
All right, you nailed that. The Chody one is Kettle One.
This one?
Yeah.
Got that from the sniff.
So we got to start drinking that one?
Kettle One's good vodka, man. That's the only vodka I'll drink,
Uh-huh.
honestly. The Jamaica one is the Georgie.
Wow.
and the cotton.
So I got it off the sniff test.
Yeah, and the
Wow.
and the cotton-headed ninny muggin is the Tito's.
Okay, so I got 2 wrong
You
off the
hated
taste.
it. Wait, which was the one you put forward? You hated
I
the
hated
Tito's.
that one.
Tito's, man.
Interesting.
So, but let's be clear here.
Yeah.
I did get the Georgie from
Yeah.
You
from
did.
the jump.
From
You
the
did.
sniff, you got the Georgie, and then your Price is Right or What's Behind the Other Door got you.
And I knew for a fact
Wow.
this is good. The kettle, this is good. It
Kettle
also
One's-
smelt the least like paint thinner.
Kettle One's good vodka.
So I'm not sure where the bet lands because I got
we're at 0.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
zeroed out because I won the first
Yeah,
one.
we're at
and
we
then
zeroed out.
gotcha. Yeah. No, well that's uneventful.
Yeah, we love ties. Yeah.
But you,
I am thoroughly impressed.
but
I'll
you
be honest.
did get the smell one, so I'll give you the 100. It was impressive. I can't believe you got it. Honestly, they all smelled the same to me.
Do you guys remember when back in like 4th grade and stuff when you would for some reason the instinct whenever you find a dictionary would be look up like penis and vagina in it, but you could only find. Is it just me?
Yeah, I think it's
This-
just
this was-
I'm confused.
Yeah, but where's
Me and all my friends would always, dude. Everyone watching knows about this.
Me and all my friends. So me and my friends
You
would get
go.
together, and that would be our porn. Would be to look up penis and
it would be
vagina in the
funny.
dictionary.
All right, maybe like 2nd grade. You'd go, hey guys, look, it says penis on this page. And this the book the school gave us.
Dude, that's like the same as when.
Like a science book, like a biology
yeah,
book.
yeah, like when you're learning and you're in that section of school, and you're like in middle school, and like I'm
You
gonna
never look penis up in the dictionary.
listen. I've looked penis up everywhere. That has nothing to do with me figuring out how to spell penis.
Remember,
You guys are homophobes.
remember those illustrations in the
Very, very.
like the math and science books? No, not illustrations. The pictures of
The
just
diagrams.
random children. Like if like
Wait, what?
if you were like looking at a
Starting to
math
sound illegal.
if you're looking at a math textbook,
That's a different book.
they'd have pictures of
Oh,
just
yeah.
like kids like in a wheelchair that had nothing to do with the
Oh,
with,
yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah,
problem
yeah.
at all.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
he was there, like say like
It's like,
to break it up and
Matt's
make it
not
look.
gonna solve this problem.
Yeah, I mean, and they had a lot of wheelchair kids. Like definitely a
They all-
disproportionate amount of wheelchair kids
Well,
than
you
there
know.
is in life.
well, they got to make money somehow.
You know, like the weird back room in like the chem labs with all the chemicals. Mm-hmm. I had to go back there once with somebody, and then they just went, "Look, I'm on that textbook." And I went, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I turned around, and there was literally it was this girl just on the textbook, like one of the textbooks we used. One of the students was on it. I was like, you know what? You're famous now. Good for you.
I feel like that's the I don't know, for kids who want to become like child actors, and that's the
start.
reality check they have to fall back onto.
Oh, being
Being
on
on
textbooks,
textbook,
dude. I mean, man, that goes through a lot of hands. Being on textbooks.
I wonder if I bet it's just like a stock image database. Like I don't think they're like making a textbook and they're like, we need these kids. Like we need
wonder-
some photos
maybe.
here.
I wonder if that's where those people that like a lot of people recognize me from somewhere, but they're not sure because they don't know me.
Subconscious.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if that's where
Yeah.
those people come from.
Like subconsciously, like you've seen them forever. Like when you
Yeah.
don't want to do your fucking homework, and it's like this.
And that's why you get a bad feeling
Yeah,
about 'em.
yeah. Now you hate this guy
I hate 'em 'cause
or this
you
girl.
associate.
You're like, you know what? Something about your aura.
I had that happen when I was a kid. I was going through some toy magazine, and actually it was like 2 weeks ago. But I was going through a toy magazine, and
Adam and Eve.
then I just saw this kid. I was like, hey, and I was just a dumb kid. I'm like, hey, that's my friend in the magazine. And my mom was like, no, it's not. And she looked at it and was like, oh, actually it is. And then we called him, and he was like, yeah, I was in this magazine.
I also remember walking through the mall, and like there was like this one like really sketchy guy. It's like, I could get your kid on Disney Channel. You know,
Yeah.
like those guys back then.
Yeah.
And then I like
It's always Disney.
and I like cried because I wanted to be on Disney to my mom.
Did you? I feel like we've talked about that on this before. Because I was listening to David Dobrik's podcast, and he did one of those things, and it turns out all of them are just a big sham.
I believe
it's,
that.
it's a total. It's essentially like they'll take you in, and then they'll give you the audition, and you go off, and they call you back and say, "Wow, we think your son has great potential, but we don't know if he's TV ready yet.
Gotta give me $4,000.
Yeah.
Let's get him into some acting classes." So it's essentially just a huge front for acting classes.
Yeah, and then you go back to the place where you got the photos, and it's just empty. It's
Dead.
barren.
But it's also not a scam, I guess, technically, because probably one of the kids they got, like, if just one student that they gave acting classes to was an extra on Drake and Josh,
Nailed it.
or
No,
That's So Raven, then that's all they need.
But that's also, I think that's part of their scheme, because they're like, look, literally Selena Gomez, we have a picture with her. She took our acting classes, and maybe she actually did back in the day,
or it's just photoshopped.
but it probably had nothing to do with her.
But they lure you in
Yeah.
with the fact that you're going to
Badly
be auditioning.
photoshopped.
Yeah, it's just badly photoshopped, and I was all for it.
Or it's just some Spanish girl's clearly not Selena Gomez.
Yeah, but like her name is Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh god, they got me.
They got me.
They honestly got me.
Yeah, I was not. I definitely heard the commercials, but I was not interested in it at all.
You didn't want to be a little kid. One of our friends was
When I was a little kid, I had like a worse stutter than I do now. And so I knew if I was also same thing that just happened here. Whenever anybody's looking at me, I start shaking.
there was definitely a role for some like cute little kid that stutters, you know?
Yeah,
There's definitely a role for it. One of our friends got paid $700 when he was a baby just to eat some chocolate cake. $700, shove some cake down his throat, boom.
Living the life.
No royalties though.
Was it that?
Oh, that's where they messed
Is
up.
he a Gerber baby?
Mm,
Which one of our friends?
It was Brian.
$700 just eat chocolate. Was it that? Remember that scene in
And then
Matilda?
he never stopped eating chocolate.
He would have done it for free.
That scene in Matilda where the kid had to eat the whole cake.
More. No, it wasn't that. Because I feel like we got paid a little more than $700 for that.
Probably.
Or not. I don't
You
know.
can really. Child actors. I feel like are.
Be
I don't
used
know if they have a huge
pay salary.
bill of rights. You know.
Something, dude. Macaulay Culkin was the highest paid actor.
Well, yeah, but he was
At the
like
time?
the face of the brand.
I know, but I'm saying I'm sure he had a lot of fucking power. I mean,
There was-
he hung out with MJ.
There was that one Home Alone that was without him, and everybody's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Honestly, I liked Home Alone 3. I'll be
Yeah,
honest. I
fuck
liked
that.
it. I liked that kid.
The best one's in the Home Alone 2.
know
That's
what's
one in
funny?
New York.
Did they go
right?
to school? The
Definitely
child
not.
actors?
Definitely not.
Well, they probably have like tutors on set.
They
and shit.
honestly, they probably have better schooling than we did because they just got this really, really like elite like subject like teacher to come to the house or some shit, and it's just one-on-one learning.
Just a
Yeah,
private
but then they
tutor.
miss out on their whole childhood, and that's probably why they're so...
Druggied, but then they're making millions. So, you can't have it all.
You know what's really funny with Home Alone 2 in Colombia? It's a really big movie, and the translated title is my sorry little angel.
Does
which is
it rhyme
ridiculous.
in Spanish? Because
What's
that's the
it in
whole thing.
Spanish?
Home
Like,
Alone.
what's it in Spanish?
Mi pobre angelito. So not really.
No.
No.
Which is like also it's not even like my sorry little angel 2. It's just my sorry little angel. So
For both.
no, just the second one. Only the second one is big over there.
Dude,
It's
so
very
much,
odd.
so much could get lost in translation because obviously things don't rhyme. But then they have like synonyms for words that aren't exactly that word, and it just becomes a whole different sentence when it's translated.
100%.
The second one is the best one by far.
Trump's in it,
Yeah, I know.
and I don't understand how they have
Lost in New York.
They have the same bad guys in it, but it's a sequel.
They explained it at some point.
Yeah, well,
Did you guys see-
sticky fingers?
yeah, the
bandits
sticky
or whatever.
bandits, sticky bandits in the second one. They were the wet bandits in the first one. Gross name.
Did you guys see the thing on Corridor Digital where they made it like R-rated?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's pretty
I saw
great,
that.
man.
Like when the scene with the shotgun through the cat door is just blasting his head away, essentially.
Or like the one where he steps on the nail, it just like slices his foot all open. Oh, it's
Oh.
awesome.
Oh yeah, splits it in two. Also, yeah, really gruesome. The scene with the paint can down the stair would not do that.
Oh, absolutely
It would
would
actually
murder you.
just like essentially go this far into your head and you're dead.
Excuse me?
It's something about the force. I feel like you would know this.
Yeah, no, it's just that there's so much weight behind it because it's full and it's so heavy, it's coming in so fast that it would just break your face.
I'm sure if it was an empty paint can, it would be like a ding. But like, dude, those things weigh like it's like a 20 pound.
All right, a can of paint is not 20 pounds.
Yo, it's like,
Oh,
it's
are
like,
you kidding me?
dude,
No, dude,
you
yeah,
kidding me?
I think
20
it's-
pounds?
Have you ever painted,
25?
Mr. Painter?
I have painted.
100%.
I think it's
Do you know how much
25.
A can of paint is 20 pounds?
Bro,
fucking
bro,
heavy, dude.
bro,
Not
bro.
like these little ones, you know.
He's
like-
throwing you.
I was bracking, bro. No, dude. A gallon of first of all, a gallon of water is 9 pounds. So paint is much thicker. Like it's like almost solid. It becomes solid once it dries.
So
Yeah.
so you're saying it's double the weight of a gallon of water?
Well, I think paint cans might be more than a gallon.
Yeah, I mean,
Paint
like,
cans are
they're
big,
pretty
dude.
big.
They come in like their own little handle, like a bucket handle.
A full size paint.
I think it's like I can't imagine it being more than a gallon.
Look it up.
Oh, speaking of
How
that
much does it
handle,
weigh? Full size paint can.
Jamie, look it up.
speaking of that little wire,
Jamie, pull that up.
that like steel wire handle on paint cans, like why? Why can't you just give me something slightly thicker so I don't cut my hands
I
trying
think
to
it's
carry
also about like the length of the pendulum because if it comes from if the
Yeah.
string is really long, it gains more and more speed.
Yeah, well, that thing's coming quick. Or like the one where he drops the iron on that guy's head from like the second floor,
The iron? Oh, like a
like a
clothes iron?
Yeah, just drops it on his head, goes straight through you.
A gallon of paint is 11 to 12 pounds.
So you know,
How much is a can of paint?
it's probably 2.5
Say?
or something.
I don't know. It's probably
There's no way that there is 2.5 gallons
Or 2.
in a
No,
standard.
Whoa,
paint.
it wouldn't be two.
No,
He said
it's a gallon.
It would be less than. It would be less than 2.
It's 11 to 12 pounds.
Oh,
No,
Yeah,
but
that's
that's
what I
gonna be
said.
the really small ones, right? There's probably.
It said a gallon of paint would weigh 11 to 12 pounds.
Yeah, but you didn't look up the size of the amount that's in a paint can.
It said an average paint can weighing a gallon would be
Oh, alright.
11 to 12 pounds.
Okay, so they're saying the average paint can
Yeah,
is
okay.
down. Fair enough.
20 pounds? Are you kidding me?
Dude,
If it's
a
still
sa-
11
it's the
to
same-
12,
the
it's
same
not
thing.
that
It's
far.
half. It's basically half.
It's still,
It's more than
it's
half.
a lot of
It's
pounds.
60%.
Either way.
Technically 60%. Yeah, it's a lot of pounds.
Okay.
I don't
I'm
wanna
saying
get
it's not 20 pounds.
Yeah, I know. If it was 19.8, not 20 pounds.
No, I'm not.
20 pounds.
I'm just saying, if a gallon of water weighs 9 pounds, a gallon of paint, you could surmise it doesn't double.
Fair.
Again,
But
I think we were also under the impression that a
was
paint
bigger.
can was bigger than a
Yeah,
gallon.
yeah. We weren't saying 1 to 1. We were. I
Gotcha,
think they were
gotcha.
saying that it would hold more than a gallon.
Yeah.
Paint is pretty expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck paint, man.
Dude, did you see that they're selling the Boston Dynamics dog, the robot dog,
Yes.
for like $75K?
I saw it because you sent it, I think.
Yeah.
You sent it to us.
Nick was prepared. Nick was prepared to just show up randomly today with stuff. Nick was like, "I'm gonna catch him today. I know their schedule."
Nick sent it in our group chat, and our group chat proceeded to talk about how we
Yep.
could fuck the robot dog.
Which is, I don't remember
Always
who
good.
it was.
It's not
Sex
bestiality.
robot? Sex robot.
Sex robot,
I don't-
possibly.
I don't-
Toaster.
I don't remember who it was, but somebody quoted. I quote them. It's like, "My dick is gonna go where no man's dick has gone before."
That's good.
Neil Armstrong.
Thanks, boss.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, then he equated himself to Neil Armstrong. But
Honestly, they might be on the same level.
Well,
What does that dog even do, though? What does it do?
I see it do
a
like
good boy.
backflips and
Is it
shit,
is it
right?
just to have?
just a
Like,
good
you know,
boy.
like you walk into like this really rich like guy's collection. It's just a robot dog. Yeah, I collected that from.
it's
another
definitely
friend.
more of a flex than it is anything else.
It has to do something. It can open doors.
I mean, there's no way it's worth $75,000 like in
the materials.
utilize like what it can do. I don't think
Oh,
yet.
are you-
Or maybe
its functionality probably not.
If I could-
That's what I
Obviously
mean,
the
yeah.
build.
If I could train
Oh
it
yeah,
to-
the build was insane.
if I could train it to go get a beer, that's worth $75,000.
I mean,
That's like, isn't that the standard of like the at-home robot? Like the standard for whether it's actually good enough is if it can
Get a beer?
for
Get-
you.
yeah,
you could pay like 1% of that and get a dog and train it to get you a beer.
yeah, but then dogs poop.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna slobber all over my beer.
Yeah, I don't want a
This
wet
thing-
beer. I want a mechanically cold,
Yeah.
dark
Dude,
beer.
we'll probably get a fridge built-in extension on him.
Oh,
That's
that's
in
true.
his belly.
You mod it up with a couple
Honestly,
extra
it
cans.
could
Dude,
probably-
get some mods
tell you,
going.
If it's a $75,000 dog robot, I hope it picks up the fridge and brings the fridge to me so I could choose what I'm drinking.
I mean, it would probably be easier if it just had a camera and then you could go on your phone and pick it.
I'm sure it's got 20 cameras.
That's actually a really good point.
Eventually we'll have a robot that can just give us a beer.
Beertron.
It's robot slaves.
Yeah, and then they'll slowly poison it and take us all out.
No, I'm gonna watch it. I want it unopened. I want him to also be the can opener. Pop it off him. He stumbles back a little bit because of the force. I say, "Good job." Pat him on the head. Get out of my face.
Now it sounds like a child. You just want a child.
Well, I can't use him as a can opener or her.
I mean, they'll just have one.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's if you get a child, they can get you a beer
Yeah. Well, not like a 3-year-old.
for a while. They can.
Yeah, but then
No,
eventually they go,
eventually-
"Fuck you, Dad. I'm not
Yeah,
getting you a
eventually
beer.
they're
You drink too
rebellious.
much. Stop hitting me." You know.
Yeah, I mean, if you
It's too many problems.
Just keep hitting them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
If it gets
then
you-
you say, hey, you get a beer for yourself and get me a beer.
Yeah. So now we're on.
This is how.
And then when he
you
thinks he
raise
has
children.
his, then you take it and now you have two.
Now you have 2 beers.
No, you gotta
if-
appease them.
Yeah, you got it.
gets
'Cause then they'll
you-
never get a beer again. You know what else I was thinking about? Like the fucking people or the videos I see. I don't know why you guys made me think of this somehow. That just stick their hands in the river and come out with a fucking like huge
A catfish?
catfish just on their fucking arm. It's like, dude, I can't even like touch a seashell under the ocean without like screaming like a woman.
they pretend they use their fingers
Yeah,
to be the worms.
Yeah, on top
Yeah,
of that, they're fingers of the bait. Dude, I would if you put a gun to my head and said you have to catch a catfish with your arm right now or your hand,
You go,
couldn't do it.
take your
I do
finger
it
and pull
for
the
him.
trigger.
I do
Yeah.
it for him. Couldn't do it. You think you could do that,
Oh fuck no! Are you kidding me?
dude?
I think I could do it.
I mean, to be fair, if
I
you're
would
someone,
be so scared.
if you're someone who could catch a catfish, if someone put your gun to your head, you'd pull yours out and shoot them.
That's
I
also fair.
I ran out of the ocean because of seaweed.
Yeah.
What has
Trust
has
me.
later been discovered as seaweed.
Antonio, trust me, the people doing those kind of things aren't doing it because there's a gun to the head. They do it because they're fucking crazy and they like it.
Or they're doing it because they're hungry. This is their food. I don't know. Necessity breeds these people. But look, I can't do it.
You ever had catfish? Not very good.
I'd be.
I'm
down-
sure
I'd be
it's
down
not
to try
good.
it.
Look at the water it's in. Just the water they're in, I wouldn't want to be in.
Fair point.
I mean, you know.
Where are they saltwater? They're freshwater.
They're freshwater.
Yeah, but the
Are
water.
there any in saltwater too or no?
Not sure.
I'm sure there might be. Maybe it's like a dogfish or some shit. I'm saying the
Dogfish.
water's brown. It looks like mud. You're up to your waist. Now you stick your hand in a freaking hole, and literally the size of your arm comes up and eats. It's eating your arm. It's eating your arm.
But I mean,
You ever
it's
eaten
all it's all with the presumption that or the knowledge that it can't actually eat your arm.
Right.
So
And that.
I don't think that's the case. I think it's just
a catfish. I mean,
No, it definitely
there's
is.
no way that it
Well,
can.
you also don't know what could be in the stomach, honestly. Like, you're getting deep in. You're fisting that fucking fish, dude. You don't know what's in there.
Doesn't matter. Nothing that
got
could
razor
pose
blades in
a
there.
significant risk to your arm. I don't think.
Not doing it. But JT said he could do it. Let's
I can do it.
let's get a boat. Let's get out there. I want to see JT
So we'll make a video out of it.
catch fish with his
dude.
hands.
I'm so down. I'll do that too.
I see you doing it. I could see you doing it,
Fair enough.
but
Nick will do it with his foot.
I don't know if they'll like your stubby fingers. I think they want like wormy fingers.
I'll just put like little like finger dildos on.
I thought he was.
I mean, fishing just not a fan, frankly.
fishing's
Nah, me
fine.
neither.
Fishing's fine. I like fishing.
I love fishing.
I'd rather just kind of like remove the makeup from the pig and say, yeah, we're gonna go out on the boat and get shit faced
All right,
because that's what it is.
No, but you could also just go out on a boat and get shit faced without the fishing.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I feel like. That's what a lot of.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's what a lot of husbands tell their wives. Oh, we're going fishing. They're not really going to fish.
but
They're
for-
going to
gotta at
go
least
on
bring
out
the-
on the boat
Yeah, but
and
if
get
it's-
drunk.
If it's for the
yeah.
wife, you need to have the makeup.
You got to at least bring the rod.
Yeah, but if they had to forget the rod or the beer, which one do you think they'd choose?
Yeah, fishing.
The
What
rod.
we're saying is fishing is not. It's not fishing. It's drinking.
It's an excuse to drink. Yeah, it's a thin veil over drinking.
Unless you're talking about like professional fishermen. Have you ever seen like fucking
Bass
what is
Pro
it called,
Shop?
like wild tuna or whatever?
Wild
Yeah.
tuna is great. I love that shit.
Dude,
That's kinda
cool.
also-
fucking
it's
cool.
It's the same thing. There's so many fish. Fuck sharks and shit. So many fish like tuna, like wild tuna in the ocean can reach like 700 pounds.
Oh, enormous.
It's like
With tens of thousands of dollars. It's insane.
Yeah, there's a yellowtail. There's the ones up in Connecticut.
And then they bring it down. They're like, "Oh, this is gonna be good. Let's see the price." And they're all competing boats.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's such a good show.
Yeah,
and they have a whole season of who made the most over the season.
Yeah.
No, and it's great because sometimes somebody will bring like a 700-pound fish.
It's
but
called
it has
is wicked tuna.
wicked tuna.
Wicked
Yeah.
tuna. That's what it's called.
They'll bring like a 700-pound fish, but it won't have like really good fat content. So
Yeah.
it'll be like less money than a 300-pound fish with like really high fat content.
You seen a Chungus boy, a Chungus tuna.
Big chungus. You need the big.
And then and then sometimes they see the other teams out there, and they're like, "Get the fuck out of here!
And
This is our territory."
they'll have like that Boston accent almost. So they're saying
Yeah.
like wicked and shit.
There's
It's
just
great.
one line on their ship to catch the fish they already caught.
Dude, these
That'd be
single fish take
It also
so many
takes like
men.
hours to catch.
yeah,
They-
so
like
many-
once they catch it, they have like
Boats rocking back and
Oh no,
forth.
dude, once they catch it, I'm
insane.
sure they're laying in their bed for like 3 days. It's like every muscle in
Oh
my
no, dude!
body.
It's every day, like the entire summer or whatever the season is. They're going out 4 a.m. every day.
yeah. Some days they don't get any. Some like weeks they don't get any bites. And when they get the bite, they have to essentially tire the fish to death until the fish gives up, and then they can bring it
then
in the
you can
boat.
bring it
Dude, it's so fun. Like sometimes the guys get so tired that they just have to like switch out. Like
Yeah, it's like, all right, you tap in.
yeah, shift out.
Freaking WWE.
Yeah,
I'm diving
they're
in.
tag teaming these fishes, dude. It's
Dude,
crazy.
I love tag teaming fish, man. You see the you see the Barstool video of the guy that was standing in the back of the boat and he was just too heavy and he sunk the ship. He sunk like the whole boat.
no.
It was like a Barstool Sports or like outdoors thing, and he was just like it was a speed boat, but like the one with the cover, so like a medium-ish boat, like in between small and medium boat, and he was just like partying on the back, like bouncing up and down, and the water just kept coming in. Boat went down.
How do those counts work? Like, how does like a Barstool or like a 50 or like how do you
Become one.
like how do you like if you have a video that's funny, do you just like tag them in it and then they just kind of
Yeah,
Take it?
Or you probably DM them.
Yeah,
And
they
I'm,
either tag it or they just send it.
And I'm
in.
sure they have like this weird like tree system of like if you could send it, if the people who know or have gotten there before could send it to like a smaller account, and then they vet it and then it goes to the big account or something like that. Because
It's like a Ponzi
so you have to send it or do you think they also are just actively looking and asking people to?
that's probably true. And also if you hashtag Barstool and then they just look through the hashtag, see which the best one we're going to put up today, we could see that happening too.
They also, I know for Total Frat Move, that one, TFM, they have like a submissions thing on their website for videos and pictures.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I
Man,
can't.
that must be an insane
so many.
email like list
Oh, there's
of
so
all
it
these
just-
videos of
it
just
just-
people being injured.
and also
Yeah.
also the weird guys like running like or hopefully, I mean, I don't even know.
people jumping off roofs.
I don't even know who I would rather, but like the ones running like the Barstool Smoke shows, like that must be a weird group. Like you're just looking through
yeah,
these like
a
ass
bit.
cheeks and ass cheeks. Like, oh, I like this ass cheek better. Let's put her up this weekend. That's like a weird thing to me.
Didn't someone we had on, like, she ran that
No,
That-
she was just on it
She was
twice.
yeah.
No, but she said she ran it. No, or no, that was
I don't know.
I'm smacked or something.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
smacked.
smacked.
She ran it, but
was-
it wasn't the smoke
She was
show
part
thing,
of
was it?
like one of the vetting or like decision making processes, but
She was one of the smoke show stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, but so how does I guess we should ask her? But I think those girls like submit pictures of themselves.
Oh yeah, I'm
for
sure.
that.
I'm sure it's like a.
That's
status
gotta be
thing.
a weird thing.
I
What
think
if I was just putting pictures of my shirt off, like sending them to like these like fucking hot guys account?
Hey, man,
That's
I don't
kind of
know.
weird,
If
dude.
I'm saying it's weird.
If I
Her
remember
nips.
correctly, I think that's actually how she got the job working with them. That
She was a
ended
smoke
up-
show.
Yeah. She ended up getting her pictures there, and then they were like, "Oh, you seem cool. You do take over this now."
You seem cool.
You seem cool.
You seem cool. Come work. I mean, sometimes that's how it happens. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
I follow somebody, one of my acquaintances,
Here we go.
who posted on his story that he was featured on like some like a hot guy page.
Nice.
And then, but then it was
BigOpenButtholes.com.
But then the post was when I was like, oh, what's really? How did you get on this?
Let's look at this hot
And
guy.
then I clicked it, and the post was removed, which makes me think that. And there was like a new person of the day, I guess, which makes me think that actually he just paid to be on it. You know how like you can pay for like I don't know, like you know how some meme accounts they'll like put you up for 24 hours, like you gotta check this out, like that really weird
right.
kind of like verbiage.
So-
That's like this seems like you paid to get
Yeah.
on there.
And you think
a
that?
little too enthusiastic, buddy.
Yeah.
And what is this? This was Barstool. You said?
Oh no, this is just some like I don't know. He posted on a story. He was like, "Thanks for featuring me," but I think he featured himself.
He
with
featured
his, with his
himself.
wallet.
He bought himself those roses on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I
guy.
think he was just trying to show.
I
up
think
his
I know who
ego.
we're talking about here too.
No, you don't. Yeah.
I don't think.
I
I
know.
don't,
I was just
Oh
kidding.
man, I really thought. I
Oh,
was
I mean,
found out.
we definitely know somebody who's intentionally tried to pay for to be on one of those pages.
that's enough.
That's enough.
I don't-
Settle
I
down.
don't want to start getting upset. Nick.
Hey, you know
Nick,
what? You
come on.
you gotta
Nick, come on, dude.
God damn it.
pay for it, dude. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Sometimes you just gotta
Money
pay
talks.
for it. If you really need it, you gotta pay for
Sometimes you gotta pay for
it.
it.
Sometimes you gotta pay for it.
Money talks.
What does it say?
Put it on your resume.
I was
I was
on.
featured
I was
on
featured
the-
for 4 seconds, for 4 minutes.
I'm an influencer.
It was $100 for the hour, but I only gave them 40.
It was only a few minutes.
I don't know. I don't know the ratios for that.
You still probably paid too much.
We could get out of here. Danny,
Cool.
tell him where to do something. Help, go. Do
Hold
something.
on, let me just.
You about to fart?
No, wait. I
That's a
Thinking
fart
of what
face.
I was
Say.
wondering
He's
if I
still
was
thinking about the vodka.
I was wondering. I feel like I had something. I always feel like
You do this
I
every
always
episode.
feel like
you
I
do this
remember.
every time.
I just feel like I remember saying I need to say something, but I don't need to say anything. That's point is I sniffed out the Georgie like a
Yes.
fucking
Kettle One. Kettle One is the way to go.
and buy Kettle One. That's
Sponsored
it.
by Kettle One.
And that's
There you
it.
go.
No, you didn't want to. All right.
Oh, where can you find us?
I mean,
you
that's,
can find us
that's
on
what I said.
TikTok at Picky Boys Pod.
Boom. JT?
You can follow my OnlyFans, JBalls. No, but Instagram is JTHolden97.
You can find me on Instagram at I'm Nick Bro.
You can find me at Aunt Prisco. Can't forget to follow.
Picky Boys Podcast. Oh, and I'm DMore723 on Instagram. I didn't say that yet.
Yeah, we don't care.
Jesus Christ. I thought you were doing a whole thing where you skipped over it.
Come on, follow me.
Oh.